and welcome to the new episode of CTW Global Talks. My name is Sweta Tripathi and I'm your host for this podcast. As I promised before, that in every episode I'm going to touch base on various key sectors in my podcast. So today I'm going to talk about supply chain and logistics. To address this topic, I have a very interesting guest in my studio, and his name is Robin Vermaat. Robin Vermaat is the founder and CEO of RV Consultancy. He boasts over 2 decades of expertise in logistics, supply chain, and customer service, particularly in Middle East. He is recognized with multiple business excellence awards. Robin also supports Dutch corporates and MSMEs in their global strategies, driven by passion for continuous improvement and knowledge sharing. So, without any further ado, I welcome Robin Vermaat to our show. Welcome to our show, Robin. It's been a pleasure to have you in our studio for CTW Global Talks. So before we start our discussion, I would like to know more about you for our audience. Can you tell us about your journey, how you started your career in supply chain and logistic industry?
Sure. I started, let's say, almost 20 plus years back in the Netherlands. I started working for a company that was a logistics container operator, and they were operating liquids from A to B in containerized, in silo tanks. It's called ISO tanks, and there I started as a sales executive.
Okay.
And there I started to learn about the logistics, supply chain, what it's all about, and that eventually grew into various international companies and made me come to here and made me where we are right now.
Interesting. It's a very rich background you have. Thank you for sharing your journey with us.
Thank you very much.
What I know that you have your own consultancy firm. It's called RV Consultancy, right?
Correct, yeah.
So what inspired you to start your own firm, and what vision do you have for your company goal, and what kind of services RV Consultancy offer? If you can, elaborate on that, and for our audience as well.
Of course. So this is like 5 years back. I was working for an international company in Abu Dhabi, where I was heading up a big warehouse as general manager. And then in 2020, I think COVID came. I think it was 2020, which made me redundant, unfortunately. And that actually propelled me in starting something for myself. I've been in the region now more than a decade, 14, 15 years. And with more than 2 decades of experience in freight forwarding, logistics and warehousing and all that, I thought, well, why not materialize and monetize that experience and see if I can help companies with advices and with strategies.
Right.
And so actually it born the company RV Consultancy, which is a logistics consultancy boutique. And we provide the solutions in commercial strategies. We do business development plans. We do market and marketing assessment strategies. So all related to the commercial aspects for businesses. But it doesn't take away that we can do as well the operational side and the operational KPIs or SOPs and all that. And with all that as well, I do that with how to say that, it's a team, although an indirect team. So the company is only me, but I have indirect partners that I work with, and these partners can 9 times out of 10 be beneficial for the client. I have partners in the robotic solutions. I have partners in SaaS software solutions. I have partners in last mile and final mile solutions, but also in health and safety, all pertaining and related to the logistics industry and the freight forwarding industry. But it is not taking or limiting, I must say, the other industries like healthcare or construction or whatsoever. So all these industries can be targeted, but what I do often attract is what I am good at, but also where I come out of. So I come out of the freight forwarding, so the freight forwarders come 9 times out of 10 to me.
Interesting. There are a lot of services your company is offering for
Yes.
everyone. So, congrats for that. And you mentioned that you started it after 2020. I think that year was, for everyone, was the year of truth.
Yeah.
And to see everything in a better, maybe you can say like a projection for themselves. You know, it's very uncertain. So, picking from that, it's been, as you mentioned, 15, 20 years for you in this MENA region. So let's talk about the MENA region. So how can businesses in MENA region leverage partnership and collaboration to enhance their logistic capabilities?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I'm a great believer in partnerships. That's also one of my mottos that I did within my organization and with the start of my organization, and how they can elaborate or how they can build out on that is to find the right person to partner with. If it's just to partner with a partner, I don't think that's the right intake. It needs to be a win-win for both, and not just to be for the namesake to have a partnership with a company. And there is huge potential for partnerships because everybody is quite open to it, what I've seen, but it needs to be good fit with the visions also that you have as a company. Yeah.
Okay, interesting answer. So moving forward, I have another curious question for you. Basically, you are seeing that there are a lot of development in infrastructure is happening. So, like such as there are ports, there are transportation, like that. So, do you think these infrastructure is impacting logistic in MENA region in any way?
Yes, for sure. You see that DP World, for example, one of the big port operators here in Dubai, is massively investing in infrastructure, building a lot of new things, but as well as Dubai South that are investing a lot of their investors in. Just recently, they have had a new build for Kununagel that has just recently been signed. So these things are definitely a growth of a lot of companies, and as in the UAE itself, I think it is very much dominant and present for the industry.
Okay, so it's a very interesting answer. And considering this question, I have a very interesting question as well, for my understanding also, and for our audience also. As everyone know that AI is taking over the world in every key sector, and I'm sure it is somehow being adapted in supply chain and logistic key sector as well. So do you think there is any benefit or there are any challenges for that?
That's a good question. I think there are challenges, I must say, along the way that we come to learn every day. AI has been implemented now since a few years, actively that we know of, and I think that along the way we learn how to use it and how to elaborate it on the supply chain and as well on the logistics. But on the other hand, I think as well that AI is learning from us in the sense of what we're asking or what we are doing. Some of the AIs are already that advanced that they can predict or they can avoid this mishap, to say it like that. But yeah, no, AI and supply chain and logistics is very much hand in hand. You see a lot of the big tech companies, even like DHL, which has an innovation center
Right.
down the road here. It's very much into the technology-driven sector. So I there is a lot of things to come, and I think that the technology is only gonna get better, and I hope it's gonna be in a good way for all of us. And that we not end up like the movie iRobot. But I do think that that AI it's an interesting chapter that we are into.
I'm sure the AI is indeed helping and supporting in every key sectors, but I think it's gonna help supply chain industry also in a big way and in a very interesting way, and it will improve lot of aspect of supply chain, I believe.
Yes, I do believe so.
Yeah, and uh, Robin, we are having very interesting conversation, but we do have a very limited time. So before we close our conversation, I just want to ask one more question from you.
Shoot.
Okay, uh, this is advice which you can give to the businesses who are looking to start up in UAE. So how they can optimize their logistic and supply chain operation.
How they can optimize?
Yes.
I would say get in touch with me.
That's correct. That's one way to go.
That's one thing, and we can definitely have a discussion on that. But no, I do think that entrepreneurs or people that want to start into a new venture and start for themselves within the region UAE, I say to them, do it, make the step, make the first step. You learn from your mistakes, and it's the same I do. And you need to fail. That is a must, because from failing you will learn, and from you learn from your mistakes. So in that sense, I would suggest just do it. Just do it. If you have a plan in your mind, if you have a vision and certain things that you would like to be changed in your sector that you are doing your business in, do it. Just do it. Start doing it. Do not wait for it.
Yeah, thank you for sharing this advice with us, Robin. And if you are, looking to start something in UAE, just take a leap of faith, and of course, get connected with Robin, and he will support you in your supply chain and logistic journey. Definitely, Robin. Thank you so much coming to our show, CTW Global Talks. I know we have very limited time, but I want to inform our audience too that Robin is joining us on our show, CTW Global, as a moderator for supply chain and logistic key sector. So do register for our show and visit our show, and to gain more knowledge on supply chain and logistic, please be a part of our conference, CTW Global, which is happening on 22nd to 23rd of October in DWDC. Thank you so much, Robin. I look forward to see you at our show.
Thank you very much for having me. Pleasure for being here in the podcast show, and I'm looking forward to the coming event.
Thank you. Likewise, pleasure is always.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So before I close the show, so if you have not subscribed to our channel or you have not liked our channel, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Please subscribe on Spotify as well to get our latest updates on CTW Global Podcast. For next episode, I will come back with another interesting key sector for you. This is Sweta signing off. Thank you so much.